Yes,
Oh
we
my
are
God!
live. Hello,
Hi,
hello,
everybody! It's
hello,
that time
everybody.
again.
Happy
Oh my
Wednesday.
gosh.
Nangyari ba yan?
Thursday.
Oh,
Yes,
Speaking of
Thursday. Oh my
Thursday,
gosh, like I
Thursday, no?
forgot. Oo nga pala.
we moved it a
Thursday
day,
nga
right?
pala today.
Yeah. And why
Yes,
did we move it a day? Why did we move it a day?
Yeah, because we had to move it today because my son is going for his Korea camp trip. Yeah,
Korea.
taekwondo.
Yay! That's
Yan,
awesome.
buti na
That's
lang,
awesome.
ready, cowboys ang ating Kuya
That's
Oh,
Joseph
right.
and Coach
Yes.
Mildred here. Thank
Amazing.
you guys. So, hello everybody. Happy Thursday everyone. So, it's another Your Next Chapter live episode and we are
Yes.
here on our episode 37.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. 37
Episode
already.
37. So, again, we're
Amazing.
here to answer the most frequently asked questions about our digital business. And this is our part three. So if you want to watch, some of the questions that we've answered before, we have part one and part two in our business pages in Facebook. And also you can
Yes.
search for Your Next Chapter live on YouTube. So uploaded lahat doon.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Amazing. Amazing.
yes. So, since we're here to answer all of your questions, you may want to just comment down below if you have questions for us, and we can
Yes.
answer it either live if we have time, or we can also answer it in the next episode, in the episodes. So, we are going to have another part of this FAQ session, and then after that, we will be inviting new guests for
Yes.
our live podcast interview.
Yes.
So,
Amazing.
yes, we are here to answer your questions. So, we are going to start now with our first question here. This is
First
for,
question, or are we introducing ourselves?
oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Thank you so much, Coach. Nagmamadali pa.
I know you're excited,
Yes,
or
I'm
you miss
excited.
your son already. That's why. I know you have a lot
Ayun
on
ba
your
yun?
plate.
Yeah, so okay, so we're going to introduce ourselves first. I'm gonna go first and then I'll hand it over to my co-hosts here. So again, my name is Aryan, and if this is your first time seeing me, I'm also originally from the Philippines, Manila, Philippines. I'm now here based in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, together with my family. So I'm here with my husband and with my two young boys. And I used to be an IT programmer back in the Philippines for more than 12 years before I moved here. I started here as a student and I've juggled multiple jobs. Yan, sa mga starting out immigrants.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've juggled multiple jobs as a cleaner, move-in coordinator, and concierge, and eventually landed an IT analyst job. But for everybody who's here in Canada, we all know that it's expensive in here, and so we have to really find a way to supplement our household income. And that's when I found this digital business, and now I'm mentoring, guiding other working professionals and working parents to do the same. So go ahead, sino bang unahin natin dito? Kuya, Kuya Joseph, oh, Coach Mildred, ladies first.
Hi.
Ladies
Thank you.
first.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes, for those people first time tuning in, my name is Mildred. I am here in Toronto, originally from Cebu, Philippines. So, mga Bisaya diha, kamusta man mo tanan? So, I have been living in Canada now actually since 1992. But
Wow.
before coming to Canada, I was actually, fresh from university. I worked, but then, adventure called. The skies were calling. So I joined the airline and became a flight attendant. I traveled the world for many years. It was such a beautiful adventure. And, we go on with life, right? And so I came to Canada as an immigrant as well as Aryan said, as immigrants, there's so many immigrants right now in Canada, the US, and Europe. We are always pivoting, we are always changing, right? So I started actually with retail and then went to other jobs in the corporate world in human resources and customer service, in account coordination, in a call center, and then went back to my field in social work, in case management with the government. And at that time, I really had to pivot because I wanted to retire earlier. And as a solo parent, uh, you know, I wanted more flexibility, time freedom, and just the flexibility to do the things that you love and provide for your family as well. And so that's when I found this business. And so I'm so thankful and grateful that I'm here. And now I also mentor and coach hardworking people out there who are looking to, like my co-hosts here, who are looking to have a big change if they're not happy with their lives, or they want something more. And this is what we do. We'll help you get started. Thank you. And back to you, Joseph.
Yes, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Ariane. My name is Joseph from Hamilton, Canada. Originally from Manila, Philippines, migrated here in 1980 with my siblings and my parents. I am a retired IT professional from the banking industry. I served 34 years of my career in one company, which I'm very, very proud of. Along the way, I became a financial coach, self-taught on financial planning, retirement planning, and at the same time, very active on real estate and stock market investing. But what I'm very proud of is really starting this digital business about 2.5 years ago. I do have two wonderful boys who are on their way in their career, and a lovely wife who continue to support me while I'm retired.
Wonderful.
So yeah, no, that's really all about me. But what I do really love the most is really being manager for, oh, no, I don't know, decades. I really love coaching and mentoring people, or even my staff members, right? So it just so happens that this business also provides that. So it was a great
Mhm.
transition for me in this digital business, and certainly I learned a lot more than just being a manager way back when in the in the corporate world. But this digital business is really something what we call a gold mine. So we will dive into it further. That's why we're here to
Yeah.
answer your questions, those frequently
Mhm.
asked questions, and hopefully we can continue this, because I think there's going to be another part four in this
Yes, part
frequently
four.
asked questions, right?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Thank you,
Okay.
Kuya Joseph, Coach
Thank you.
Mildred. So we are now ready to dive into our questions. So this is question number one. Yeah, I am not tech savvy. Can I still do this? I also get this question a lot. Like they
Mm.
would say, "Oh, I don't know about computers. I don't know the internet. I don't know what
Mhm.
will happen in social media." So how do we answer this, Coach?
Oh my gosh. Yes. You know what? Because these two people here are tech savvy, they're in IT field. For me, this was a reality. I'm not tech savvy. I just know enough to do my work. But to do a business like this, I said, okay, training is there, and I was all for it, because you just have to be open to learning something new, and then it's really one step at a time, right? I always believe in lifelong learning. So this is one aspect that I had to learn. And I've gone so far now from the moment that I first started. And I'm so happy that I took the leap. So, no, you don't have to be tech savvy. You learn one step at a time. Simple answer right there. Joseph.
Yes, no, and thank you for that question. No, I mean it is a most frequently asked question. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the answer to this is really no. You don't really have to be tech savvy. Why? Because one, we have proven it for people that actually join this digital business. Most of them are not tech savvy,
Mm.
and yet they have become very successful at it. And
Yes.
the mindset that they kept in their minds, and it's the same thing that we always teach in the IT world now.
Mm-hmm.
The concept, or the actual purpose of IT technologists, right, is to make things easier for people. Now, when people adapt to it, that means that they've done their job in terms of developing, whether it's an application or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So people have learned to transition anyway to learn these things. And now, what I'm talking about is very simple. Everybody here has an iPhone or has an
Mm.
Android phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the technology in which people, technologists created, and what they want, what their goal is really to create something very simple. It's the same thing with this digital business. It's very simple and it's easy to apply. And Coach Mildred mentioned we have training, we have videos, we have coaching and mentorship. So that's all there to provide to you to learn
Yes.
more about the technology. But the technology on this digital business is very simple. It's
Mm.
easy to learn, right? So, like I said, who has not learned to use their iPhone or Android phone,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
Everybody has learned.
Mm.
So it's the same concept, same foundation, and people can use it to make money from it. And that's what people are doing
Mhm.
now, is using their
Yes.
phones, using their laptops to make money online. So that's the answer. You don't need to be tech savvy. What you really need is some sort of guidance and mentorship and coaching with this wonderful community, and then you'll be on your way to a
Amazing.
successful journey.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Thank you for your wonderful answers, Kuya Joseph, Coach Mildred. I will just add some things, about some answers to that. And I love this question because as an IT professional, like we do understand those people who are not in the IT industry, and a lot of people easily judge, the business that we do. They would easily think, this is not for me because I'm not tech savvy or I don't know much about internet or social media, and they're easy to judge because maybe they're thinking, oh, they're gonna code or they're gonna do their website, those kind of things, right? And we're gonna tell you now that you don't have to do all of that. So the
Mhm.
package that we offer here, it already includes all of those. So you just have to learn how to utilize them to maximize your earnings in the online space. And
Yes.
and I
Mhm.
I I love what Coach Mildred said. It's just the willingness to learn, really. It's
Yes.
just
Yes.
the
True.
willingness to
Just being
learn, the
open to it.
yes, yes, correct. So yeah, that's our answer to the question. And no, you don't have to be tech savvy. And we don't actually have like qualifications or requirements like that. So you can ask us anytime. Yeah. So let's go now to our second question. What if I don't want people I know to see my posts and ads? And I think a lot of person ask this when they are still employed, di ba po? When they're still employed. So, go ahead, Kuya Joseph.
So if you're thinking about those people who are also employed and you don't want them to see your ads, I would say you don't have to post in social media. You can actually run this digital business alongside with another way of marketing your business, right? You can do a cold marketing, you can do warm marketing, you can do flyers, you can do business cards, you can do whatever you want, right? You don't need to post on social media. But those people that wants to post social media, you can also block people that you may know, right? So
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
you can block them and so that they don't see it, right? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of ways to answer this question. But to me, uh, we don't just advertise or market our business through social media. We do it on other forms of marketing, right? Um, I mean, I've tried it using flyers with grocery stores or flyers with uh,
Mhm.
some dental office or what do you call
Um,
doctor's office and stuff like that, or people that are actually where I get my food from. I actually took my business card and left it with them to advertise my business. And, a lot of people go there and buy food. So I left it with them. And that's one way of advertising as well, right? So those are just options that I wanted to share. What about you, coach? What do you have in mind?
Oh my gosh. There are so many ways, as Joseph was saying,
Mhm.
there's so many ways to really do this, right? Uh, it is your choice. You don't have to be, you know, uh, you don't have to show your face, right?
Yeah.
That's good. You can block them on social media, but we also have faceless marketing. Faceless, meaning you could actually advertise, you could talk about your business, and they don't know who you are. So that is a thing nowadays. That is a thing. But the thing is, there, of course, you want to, for people to trust you. There's
Yeah.
also the trust factor.
Yeah.
So, time and time again, there's a trust factor. They want to know that you're real. They want to see who you are. They want to listen to you. So, it is really a personal choice. For me, I have my business cards. And they are so effective too,
Hmm.
because you'll never know, like an elevator speech, if you meet somebody in the elevator, you don't really have time to talk to them, and they say, oh, what's happening right now? So, oh, here it is. If you're interested, I have a card. Take a look at it, and we can connect later. It's very effective. And
Hmm.
also, I leave it in some establishments as well.
Hmm.
You're right, the doctor's office, the dentist, a restaurant, or the
Grocery.
beauty salon, the
Yeah.
grocery, and things like that, right? So there's so many options. Other people also do the thing, they go to the leave it in your car. But for
Hmm.
me, I want to be more intentional. you
Mm.
know I want to know who I am giving it to. Or yes, I know in the restaurant, so I'm also selective about where I leave it. So it's really up to you. There's so many ways, right? So that is not a problem, because the more you learn about it every day, as we have our training that you can access 24/7, the more probably you'll be open to that. And after a while, this is now everything is going digital. We're going online. And there will come a time maybe you will change your mind about it, right? Sometimes our concepts change. So it's just being open to it. So nothing is set in stone. So you can do that, no problem.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I totally
Mm-hmm.
agree. And there are, like Kuya Joseph said, there are a lot of many different ways, and like what you said, Coach Mildred, a lot
Yes,
of different ways in the online space to really market. And because we are teaching digital marketing here, there are many ways of how you can also do digital marketing. And Coach here mentioned about faceless marketing, and it doesn't just stop with that, right? Like,
yes,
I think it just boils down to how resourceful you are because
that's
there's a lot
right.
of choices, a lot of options in the internet. And you can also even like research from outside of our training. Like there are also other ways and means of how you can really market the business and the business opportunity. So yeah.
Yeah. Two
And
more. Sorry, two
yeah,
more things. Sorry, two more things I'd like to add before I forget. Number
Mm-hmm.
one is you can actually advertise using your car. You can put magnetic
That's
advertising on your
right.
car,
yeah.
and
Yes,
when you do that, you can actually claim mileage from your car,
that's
right? So
right.
as an expense. So you can do the marketing using the magnetic things in the car. And then number two, something that I just thought about, Coach. You want to wear a QR code on the
That's
T-shirt,
right. I was just saying that. A QR code. You can wear that on your shirt,
on your shirt
wherever
or
you
jacket.
go, you know, or on your suitcase when you travel.
Yes,
It can be anything. In the back of your t-shirt, right?
yes,
That's
Anything. Oh,
yeah.
in your car.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Ariane.
Sticker,
Go ahead.
car sticker, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
that's so
Ariane.
true.
No, but Arian said something really that struck me, because really it's about being resourceful. There's so
Yes,
many
Yes.
ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you want to be a big one, you can get an airplane, one of those airplane, and then they have a streamer in the back, right? They said,
Like the
okay,
blimp.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's like, check me out,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's like, it's a proposal, right? Marry me. But you can, no, I see that, right?
Yeah,
Especially now
yeah.
it's summertime, right? But yeah, they have those planes, and they have a long banner that they're pulling. I'm sure you've seen that in the skies,
oh
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
right? They're
yes,
Yeah.
advertising whatever, whether it's a wine or beer, a drink or a festival, or
yeah,
a proposal or whatever it is.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There are many fun ways for sure.
So
Yeah.
many fun ways.
Yeah, but I think I wanna also mention, I wanna go down to the root cause maybe of, why they don't want other people to see their posts or ads. And me personally, like my explanation or my experience with that is, sometimes people are are not sure about what they're offering, or not they're not proud of. So what I prayed for was a business that I could really be proud of. And if
Mm.
you're proud of what you do, if you really like
Yes.
love what you're doing, you will not be afraid if
Yeah.
people will, see your posts or advertisements, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. And okay, I think we'll go down to the next question because we are at the end mark here. So I think this is also one of the most common, and people ask this because this is one of the questions that would determine legitimacy, right?
Mm.
So
Mhm.
the third question is, what is the name of the company? Ayan. Who
Mm.
wants to go first?
You know what? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead,
That
coach.
is a common question. What is the name of the company? Why can't you tell me? This is our own business. So we have our own business, right? But the name of the company, we actually are affiliated with a few legitimate companies that run it with integrity. That these
Mhm.
companies have been in business for years, like more than 50 years, right? So, uh, yeah. And what is the name of the company? What is your business? So, we have our own business, right? So, whatever the name of your business is, individually, us all, how much more than 283,000 now of us all over the world. But we are affiliated with these companies that have been around for more than 50 years. So, yeah.
Yes.
So
Right.
I'm just so thankful. As you said, Ariane, a company that, a business that you are proud of, right? That you are not afraid or you're not ashamed that what are you doing? Because the people that our business partners really comes from all walks of life, no matter the age, no matter the background, no matter the educational background. It's like we treat each other with dignity and respect. And anywhere from 18 years old to what, 89 years old, anywhere from, you can work in a store in retail, or you drive, or you work in a warehouse, you're a stay-at-home mom or a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a firefighter, all of the above. So,
Mhm.
yeah. And this is our
Everybody
own
is
company.
welcome
That's right.
to check
Yes.
it out. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about
Thank
you,
you. Thank you,
Joseph?
Coach Mildred. Go ahead, Kuya Joseph.
I would say so. Aside from what Coach Mildred mentioned, no, I would say yes, we are affiliated with multiple companies, and it does continue to grow from time to time. So it's not
Yes.
just one, it's not just two, it's multiple companies, right?
Yes.
But the one thing that I also would like to mention is that the company that we are affiliated with is someone that Coach mentioned. We are affiliated with them that's been operating for about 52 years, and one of them has been operating for 52 years, right? And one thing that I found out about this company, and it's not just its name. It's actually
Mm,
like what Coach Mildred said. It's integrity and the actual product itself. I'm a true believer that for you to be successful, you must have some products that are what I call something that is either in demand or very good products. Like let's say
High
Toyota, right?
quality.
High
Yeah.
quality. Let's say
yes.
Toyota. I truly believe that people that works for Toyota, especially on sales, they
Mm,
really you don't really have to promote the product because the product itself has good quality and has good um, reviews that it sells by itself.
Myself.
So
Yeah.
the so to me, not so much the company name is important. To me, it's the product that's more important because if that product is sellable and it's in demand, who cares what the company name is, right?
mm.
Yeah.
True.
That's the way I look
True.
at it. To me,
Mm-hmm.
it's we're affiliated with a company that has a good name, good quality, the best in its class, right? And it sells because of its product itself. You know what I
True.
mean? But it sells on
Mm-hmm.
it sells on its own. What I'm trying to say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So to me, doesn't matter what the company name is. To me, what matters the most is the product itself, right? So
Yes.
that's my
Yeah,
answer. How about you,
absolutely.
Ariane?
Thank you, Coach. So I think just to summarize, because you've said everything. So we here, it's like we are building our own marketing arm of the
Mm-hmm.
companies we are
Yes.
affiliated with,
Yeah.
right? And these companies have proven track record, right? As we've said, our biggest is 52 years old already. So yeah, you don't well, the name of the company, it's named after our own names because we are sole proprietors. We start as sole proprietors, and then
Mhm.
Yes.
if your business grows, then some of the people in our community, they have it incorporated, they build their own corporation.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's
that's
amazing.
the potential of this business. So yes, thank you for those wonderful answers, Coach. I think we have
We have some
more
viewers.
here. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hi, June.
June.
Hi, June. Thank you for
Hello,
tuning
June.
Watching
in.
from Texas. Yeah.
I hope you're doing well, June.
Yes.
Watching from Texas. Yes, amazing.
Amazing. Okay. So let's go to our next one. And I think this is gonna be very quick. Very
Mm-hmm.
quick answer. So is this a scam? I think you know what? I think this is the number one question.
Yes, right? Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think okay, this is the first this is the top question
Uh,
when when I get when there are like inquiries about our online business. And my quick answer to this is no, this is not a scam, but I'm going to leave the explanation to our coaches here. Go ahead,
Yes.
Coach Mildred.
So is this a scam? Honestly, when I first saw this, I had my doubts too because there are so many online, right?
yep.
And you don't know which one to trust. Like there's so many. Are they real? Are they actors and actresses that were just paid to say what they're saying?
Hmm.
So when I first saw this, I really did not pay much attention because I said, "Oh my gosh, here they go again. It's one of those, right?" So, and that's a valid concern. That's a valid concern, because I too had that. But I would say, you know what? Do your research,
Yeah.
do your independent research, you do your due diligence, as they say. And when I kept on seeing it, I said, oh my gosh, this is for real, because I see people and I saw somebody there that I kind of knew. I said, oh my gosh, they're into this business too. Oh, this is it. Okay, I'm in, right? But that is such a valid question. And another thing too, it is very valid. It is not a scam. I know there's so many MLMs, right? Multi-level marketings. That is actually illegal, or even pyramid scheme. That's illegal, right?
Yep.
But here it is so legal that in Canada we get a T4A, so that we can file taxes with the government. In the US, they call it a Form 1099. And in the other countries, they would have their own, right? So that we pay our taxes from anything that we earn from this business. So I am so glad that this is it, because there's so many other businesses that you're not really sure, and they're on for maybe a year or two, and then they disappear. But guess what? The company that we are affiliated with has been in business for 52 years. Longevity of the business. In fact, this month, we are celebrating the 52nd anniversary, right?
Yeah.
June, the month of June. So that in itself shows the integrity, the longevity of the business. And so yes, and we're here for the long run, not just overnight. We're here. People are here. Okay,
Yes,
Joseph, what's your
absolutely.
take on that?
Yeah. Go ahead, Kuya Joseph.
I think Coach Mildred has said it all. I think it's very true that people need to research themselves, right?
Yes.
I mean, if this was a scam, we won't show our faces here.
Oh yes.
I mean, I don't believe there's a scammer out there that would show their faces, right? Um,
Hmm.
I don't believe that ever happens.
Yes.
That's number one, and number two, what Coach Mildred said. We are a tax registered company, you can say, because each of us owns our own company.
Yes.
And we do get the forms at the end of the year, and we filed our taxes, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that already
Mm-hmm.
tells you it's not a scam. And Coach Mildred already mentioned about the MLM. We are definitely not MLM, and we can tell you more about the difference between this and MLM. And definitely, it's night and day. So we are not MLM
Mm-hmm.
at all. So yeah,
Yes.
back to you, Ariane.
Yes, that's right. Well said, coaches. So this is gonna be our last question here.
Mm-hmm.
How much is the capital? Do I have to spend more money after the initial investment? And this is also a common question. Not a lot asks this at first, but this is a common question whenever they see, after seeing the 90-minute or the 20-minute webinar that we have, the free info session, because they get interested and then they would ask like, how much is the how much money do I have to spend here, or do I have to spend money after that initial investment? So Kuya Joseph, please go ahead.
Well, with the people that've been joining this digital business, I mean, we actually offer multiple packages that they can choose from. We have the ones that are low package, which is, affordable in a way. We have also the highest package, which is still affordable. Because when I compare this startup cost with a traditional franchise business here in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
they are at least at the minimum $30,000, right? $30,000. This digital business does not even come close to that amount, $30,000. Even if you were to choose the highest package,
Yeah.
it doesn't come up to that startup cost. And this question is a good one, because this is where it all starts. Obviously, people want to
Mm-hmm.
know how much financial risks they're in, right? And
Mhm.
by having a small financial risk, then people tend to gravitate towards this type of business, because it's less riskier for them to invest in, and less riskier for them to lose at, because it is minimal in a way, right? and and
Yes.
and, and, and the thing about it is that I have not seen any businesses out there that have multiple packages that they offer to start your digital business. None. This is the only one that I've seen so far. In Since 2010, I've been looking for digital business, so 26 years, right? I have never seen anything that offers this good of an option to start a digital business. So yeah, I don't want to answer anymore. Maybe Coach Mildred may have some more ideas, but that's my answer. Back to you,
You
Coach.
know, thank you, Joseph. Very good points. So, what is the capital? First of all, there is no business out there that you want to start with nothing. You have
Yes,
to invest. That
agree.
Correct.
is just the nature of the thing, right? I have a lot of people. Is there money involved? Of course, my dear. This is a real business. You
Mhm.
know, um, you have to really take a look at what else is available out there. And yes, as compared to a franchise, like I'm just saying, no, if you were, because you had so many points there, great points, Joseph. If you had a brick and mortar business, you'll have to dish out. Some people dish out, 100,000, 200,000,
Yes.
or half a million to
Yeah.
Yep.
get even a franchise of
Hmm.
a really big chain of coffee or hamburger or whatever it is, right? But this one, no, there is capital, but it depends on how you want to start. It depends on the package you want, right? If it depends on your risk. Uh, how do you call it? Are you risk averse, right?
Mhm.
Are you open to taking a risk? As with anything, there is a risk involved. Okay, we are all immigrants. There was a risk when we immigrated to Canada. There is a risk when you take on a new job. There is a risk when you have a new career, or you have a new partner. There's a risk in everything. But this is really a excellent calculated risks, because it's all laid out to you there. So it's up to you. You can take the simplest package or a medium package. or the top of the line package, it all depends on you. But the good thing is, whatever it is, whether it's the simplest package or the biggest package, you have a business. You start a business. Some other products may be more expensive, right? For example, you buy a car. That's what? How much is the? I was just looking at the RAV4. The RAV4 right now, 2026, is $51,000. But do you have a business? No, there's no business there. You just ride the car. But this
Yeah.
one is a fraction of that. You have a business. Do you have that chance to grow something out
Mm.
of your,
Yeah.
not just, you're not an employee, you own the business. This is something that you can grow. So you got to really think of what are the benefits, right? Because
Mm.
it's not just, okay, how much do I spend? No, my gosh, there's so many benefits to having that. We can go on and on about this.
Yeah.
You learn so
Yeah.
much about it. You grow as a person, you grow personally, professionally. You meet all these amazing people from all over the world. Well, we started off, we didn't even know each other, and now look
Yeah.
at us. We are episode 37 of this podcast. And these people become like family. Your mindset shifts. You become more confident, you become more positive about outlook in life. There's so many ifs, there's so many uh opportunities. When you start this, the opportunity is really endless. It is endless. So when they ask, you know how much do we have is there investment? Yes, there is, my
Yeah.
dear.
Yeah. And
Yes.
and be and be careful to the ones that don't have any capital costs, because
That's right.
that's
Like,
a
no
risk.
money down, start the business. And oh my gosh, no, that when I hear that, run. You
Yes,
run
run away.
farthest away because really, no money down. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how businesses go. Like, there
Exactly.
should really be at least the initial investment, right?
That's
But
right. Yeah.
yeah, but well said, coaches. And my answer to this is, I mean, that's business. Business is business. And when we were in college, like, it's been discussed, right? The capital cost, the operational expenses, overhead
Yes.
expenses,
Exactly.
those kind of things. So we should know that if we need funds for a business, then that is a legit business. But again, we suggest that you take precaution and review and research what is this business that you
Yes.
are looking for.
Hmm.
If it fits your life, your family, and if
That's
this is
right.
the business that you really want. But I would say this business, because it's digital, and the environment we have now is like everything's going digital, right? And so this is a chance to grow yourself in the online space, to have your own business as well. So
Yes.
yeah, anything that you want to add, coaches?
Oh my gosh. I just have to say, this is, I have tried other businesses before, right?
Mm,
It's not that I'm green and don't know anything. I've tried other businesses, and because I really was looking for something else,
yes.
to, for more flexibility, more freedom, and all that. But, you know, no, it didn't work for me. And it came a time when one of my rooms was filled with like products because I had to sell. I don't want to be selling products. We don't do that here. I had to have inventory. It's like, no, we don't have that here either. You don't have to worry about those things. What happened? I ended up just giving them away, and I lost thousands of dollars there, right? Nothing. But here, oh my gosh, it ticks all the boxes really. It ticks everything because it's not just a business, you also travel with it. We have conventions. It really expands your mind. It's like you're traveling around the world, you're building your business, you are formulating connections and friendships with people that you've never met before. It really opens up your mind. It opens up your mind and
Yeah.
mindset. And it's
Yes.
just wonderful, isn't it, Joseph?
Yes,
Otherwise,
of
we
course.
won't be here.
Yeah.
No, no, well said,
Be
coach.
throwing
Well
my
said.
face.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. How about you, Kuya Joseph?
I
Before.
would say I would say this digital business is almost like a franchise, but it isn't. It's very
Mhm.
similar. The only reason why it's similar is because you just operate with the same box, meaning they have everything for you already. They have
Mm.
your website, they have your products, they have your shipping, your delivery, all that stuff is already taken care of,
Yes.
right? It's similar to the franchise, but it doesn't have a franchise tag, meaning it doesn't have a
That's right.
franchise cost, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So all you have to do, like Arian mentioned earlier, we have everything already for you, pre-made, and all you have to do is manage it and learn how to use it and apply it, right? So
Yes,
really,
Amazing.
definitely.
yes, yeah, it's amazing. It's really a franchise in a box, but it's not franchise
Yeah.
in a way that it's costly, right? So
Business in a box.
business in
Yes.
a
Everything
box,
is
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
Back to you, Ariane.
Yes, thank you so much, coaches. And I hope those of you who joined today and those of you who are going to watch this on a replay, we have answered, most of your questions, your major questions. And if you are getting curious, if you're interested to learn more about our online business, if you've been watching us, and you've seen some of our info
Yeah.
sessions, we're posting about masterminds, about
Mm.
are happenings inside the community, and something inside you is saying, oh, I really have to check this out. So yes, you have to, because that's the only way that you can learn, right? That you
Yeah,
you can learn and know more about our online business opportunity. And
Yes.
yeah, you don't need to have everything figured out like right at the
Exactly.
beginning, because
No.
we
correct,
all learn here and we're still learning,
Yes.
and we learn together, right? Yeah,
correct.
so if you think that this video could benefit your friends, family, you can share this video to them. And also you can rewatch some of the videos that we have on our YouTube channel, Your Next Chapter Live, the part 1 to right now it's part 3, and we are going to have our part 4 next week. And if you have more questions for us, please don't hesitate to message us, because
That's right. Yes.
that's how you're going to gain clarity about
Mm-hmm.
our online
Mm-hmm.
business opportunities,
Correct.
Yes.
right? Yeah, so thank you so much, coaches. Thank you so much to our audience today, and have a great night, guys.
Thank you
Yes,
too.
We'll
thank
see
you
you
for
again next
hosting.
week.
Thank you for hosting. Good night.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you.
So
Thank
much.
See
you.
you
Bye.
next week.
Yes,
Bye
see
for
you
See you
next
next
week.
week.
now.
Wednesday. Wednesday.
Yes.
Next week. Yes. Wednesday next week.
So